Greetings and salutations. You're listening to The Timmix. This is episode 10 of our Something Awful Let's Play, Master of Orion. Now, as I'm recording this, I have just finished episode 9, Unfortunate Sakkra Defeat. And so we are still on the 6th race out of 10. Now, as I mentioned in the forum thread, or plan to mention rather, I might be interested in all feedback on the commentary, balance of audio between the game and what I'm saying, etc. Do I talk too much, not enough, all that fun jazz. We've been around the block a few times with this game already, so I'm just gonna dive in. We are moving on to a large galaxy. Hopefully should be a little bit easier, hoping I don't run into the Mershon immediately. But we'll see what happens there. We'll stick with green for the Sakkra. Seems almost heresy not to, and we are the evil Sauron this time. No longer Hisla. We're going to stay on Sla, or however you want to pronounce these strange multiple S Sakkra words. And here we are. We have silicoids. Alkari, Bulrathi, Mershon, Meklar. Wow. No Cylons, no humans, no Klakons. So immediately, this is almost perfect luck in terms of the draw. Not going to be a walkover, of course. We saw the Alkari become a major threat in the last game before they were eventually the losing council race to the humans. The silicoids we can depend on to expand quickly, of course. Want to make sure the Meklar don't get too big, and we've got our racial vile hatred of the Mershon, the Sakkra Mershon, of course, being the greatest rivalry in a Master of Orion game. And we are in the upper left. Not much point in larger, huge galaxies trying to guess at where the opposing homeworlds are, but you can see this band here. Got a couple nebulas that could prove interesting, but this band here of yellow stars. I'm hoping that there are not a lot of AI homeworlds in there. They can cluster over here all they want. Obviously, clustering over here and fighting amongst each other probably going to be the best for us. But how many of these, there's 6 of them there, how many AIs are in there is really going to determine things for us. If there's 1, we might be okay. If there's 2, we could be really screwed and stuck in this corner. So now we're going to do the usual knocking down a peg here on the ecology to get a little more boost population-wise at the beginning. Let's see where we can start off with our colony ship. Looks like it's just those 2. And it is. Now, the red one is leading toward the center of the galaxy, but is less likely to be a good planet. But I'm still going to head that way. Just extending your range toward the middle. That's the goal. So we're going to head there with the colony ship. And we're going to head here with one of the scouts. And let's see, where should I put the second one? Yeah, none of these out here are going to be within range, even if we settle this, I don't believe. That one might be. I think that's as good of a plan as any. I'm going to send this scout along. And then, if we colonize that red one, move it on to this yellow star here. And I actually forgot to do the first thing I normally do, which is save right away. I generally just save by the year number. And you can see all these here are saves from the previous Sakkra game. I'll generally use one save spot every 25 years. I don't do a lot of reloading, but it's necessary on some occasions. I'll just click the wrong button often. I exit out of the game to make a screenshot, which of course I won't be doing here. I'll just take the screenshots directly from the video. But when I'm not recording it, the whole thing, I'll exit out of the game, use Irfan View to take a screenshot. Then when I go back in, I'll sometimes accidentally click on the wrong tech when I'm doing a tech research pick, and then I'll want to reload so I can actually proceed as I wanted to. Or I have it reloaded a couple times when I've just been playing and my mind wasn't sharp or whatever, and I just forget a bunch of really basic things. I don't want to screw up the whole game, so I'll go back and reload. So I keep one every 25 years, one every update, generally speaking. So that's our starting save. And let's see what we have. Yep, and with the Sakkra population growth, of course, I normally do another tick down in industry that first turn. But I really can't get away with that here. And so we're going to just proceed forward. Zoctan, Jungle 90. Well, it's unlikely that I set my colony ship to a better system than that. But it's still nice to have that close by, obviously. A nice big system for our Sakkra to grow in. Radiated Rich. How lovely. It's actually a half-decent rich planet. We often will get them, 10 or 20 pop. But I set my colony ship to the wrong place. I kind of gambled a little bit there, and I lost. So we're going to have to reroute. And this is going to cost us some at the beginning. Now let's see, given that, I think I'm going to send the scout over here. No, that's not going to save much time. Yeah, honestly, I think I'm going to keep it where it is. This scout can move on there. And now we're going to have to build more scouts with the colony ship still out there eating up resources. This is obviously not efficient, but again, I guessed wrong. So let's get our old designs out of the way. Wrong button. Get rid of the fighter, get rid of the... Boy, I am hitting the wrong thing here. Get rid of the bomber destroyer. And let's get our colonizer underway. Our cheaper, not bugged colonizer. And then, of course, we also need the recon. Now, Sisla can keep moving up in population and industry. And we're going to switch to the recons. And how many do we need? Again, we want to consider, okay, we're going to settle Zoctan. At least it's a good planet, even though we're going to get there late. And how many is that going to give us access to? We've got 2 scouts already, and we'll keep those, since the difference in maintenance isn't that high. So I don't think it's going to bring... It's not going to get us close enough to bring these. It shouldn't aid in any distance here. We're not going to be able to scout very far with this, unfortunately. I'll want to send another one here. That one's moving on. We're going to keep one there. And then I think we've just got these 2 over here. Yeah. 3 systems additionally to scout. That sucks, but at least it saves us on our production here. And we can still put a little bit into industry, which, for those who have followed the previous games, obviously I normally have a lot more. Often large galaxies. I end up building 5, 6, 7 of these at this stage. But it is what it is. And there's our 3 additional recons. And I'm going to want to dump everything, of course, right back into industry. Not much of a recon rush this time around. And we finally get to Zoctan, our first colony. And of course, we want to get it up to about a third population again. So that would be 30 people. And as always, I want to keep the homeworld at half. Having a bunch of people get sent through space is a little bit inefficient, because you're going to have these 19 million people out there doing nothing, and a lot of people just send 2 or 3 million at a time, which I would do if I'd been able to land the colonizer right away. But getting this planet bootstrapped up, more quickly is worth it at the beginning, in my opinion. That's, something that good players will debate about, but that's how I'm going to do it. And we have our first encounter already. We have the Alcaris. And of course, it's just a scout. Go run away. Bird brains, thank you very much. Radiated hostile. 2 radiated systems. So we're kind of blocked off. We're not going this way any time soon. And that is most likely Altair right there. So what I'm really hoping is that there's no more homeworlds down here. Alright. They're still at 2. And now it's sort of, how many more do I need to send? I don't think I need to send the full 6. Probably close to it. I think the idea is that by the time these arrive, I want it to be at 30 million. And I'm going to guess 4. That's going to be close if it's not right. And then we're going to resume our buildup on Sicily. Hostile environment. Barren hostile, 45. It certainly looks as though we're going to be doing some really early research here. Actually, guaranteed at this point. There is nothing habitable less than 5 parsecs out. So if we end up only getting hydrogen fuel cells, which are 4, we're really going to be in trouble here. It's looking not that different from the last game in terms of obviously weaker opponents, but in terms of not being able to expand much right away. So this is, we're not off to the best start. And the Bullrathi, great. That means they're close by. My fears about this map have been justified. Scout. Dead rich. Well, we've got a couple rich planets nearby. That's always good. But we've got nowhere that we can go. I mean, even if we wanted to build the huge colony ship, right now our range would be 6 with that. And there's not even anywhere we could land with that. This is definitely, in terms of places to land, initially. We've got the good second planet, which we were late to, but somehow I didn't... No, they are coming. Yeah, see, this is going to grow some, and then when those 4 land, it should bump it up to about 30. But this is definitely the worst luck I've had in terms of... I mean, we've got hostile, 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 hostile. Then this gap of dead space, and 2 AI homeworlds. Super! But, what do you do? Yeah. So, we're just going to have to proceed forward, but this is rough. Going to have to look for, build up Sisla, get the, and I don't need to have that ecology in there yet. Probably need it now, though. It's not worth taking that off. But we're definitely going to do some early research as soon as we are ready for it. Now they're up to half. I'll send the 3 million back to Sisla. Might be the only one of these reverse transfers that I do, depending on how fast it grows. I'm thinking it probably is. Might need 2 more. I'm going to guess that I need 2 more. I'm never quite 100% sure on the calculations, but you do get a better idea of it the more you play. Alright, let's keep moving. Yep, we're at 96, probably grow a little more, +2. I mean, that's going to be really, really close if it's not right on the button. Yep, 1 short, so it would have been better to put 3, but the effect of that is going to be quite minor. So, Zoctan ramping up. We've got to be getting close here. Yeah, 166 out of the 200. We're at 2320. We're approaching the end of the opening. Still not quite there. And now we're reaching our max industry, so let's dump some out. Of course, what I want to do here is I'm going to put some into the colony ship, even though we can't send it anywhere yet. I want to see what our research is going to hit. And once I know that, yeah, 9 won't be enough. Need about 12 to 15 to get everything. And of course we want to sit in here and equalize equals key our tech to see to get some into each field. We just want to get that initial pull, and then we're going to see where we need to focus it. And if we get barren landings, perfect case scenario, I want hydrogen fuel cells and I want barren landings. because then that would get us over here, get us another planet the quickest. But on the other hand, if it doesn't do me good to get range 5, because, well, it will for exploration, but in terms of finding another planet right away. So really, we're kind of in trouble no matter which way, but for those who saw the human game, I have overcome worse odds. So we will try and see what we can make out of this. Okay, ECM1. Reduced waste. Shielding, of course. We do get controlled Baron. Much as I'd like that, I will get it. Not yet. I want the Baron. And hydrogen fuel cells. Okay. And we'll go with the Hyper-V rockets for missile defense. And Sicily does max out factories. So that is the end of our opening. Thanks for joining, and again, feel free to leave any feedback in the thread. I will continue on from this point in the next of the series, but again, being Sakkras, we get through the opening a little quicker. So, just gonna save this. And I will save it basically sometimes even every year during the denser micromanaging parts of the later game, but the opening, that's not really necessary. So our main challenge, we've got the fuel cells, we've got the Baron. So as soon as we can get those researched, we'll want to time out, again, the research and completing the colony ship as best we can. We want to max out Zoctan. We want to get colony ship off here to Hyades. And then where we can, there's a couple planets around, at least one, that's going to be within range of 7 parsecs instead of 6, so I want to get scouts out to those and see what they say. It looks like we're going to be stuck at 3 planets for a while. So that's going to be the big thing. We're going to need to try to find a way to get what we can, maybe get dead colonies, maybe get radiated before other people. Hope the ones near us don't get radiated. The Alkari and the Borathi, hope they don't get radiated real quick. And hope that they don't get ticked at us right away, because they're both military aggressive races. But it's in a large galaxy, being stuck in a corner like this. This is going to be a challenge. But we don't want it easy, do we? No. We want the game to put back a fight. Moo's putting up a fight against the Sakkra for the 2nd game in a row. But I think that's about going to cover it for our opening. And we'll be back and see if I can make something of this in the next update episode. So, thanks for watching, and I'll catch you then.